Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss about an electrical device that is known as capacitor. Right? Today we will have a discussion on capacitor, what it is, what is meant by capacitance, what are the types of capacitor, what is the equation for the capacitor, for a spherical capacitor. This whole thing we will discuss in today's lecture. So starting with the capacitor. Right? So you have in home, you have heard this common name. It is known by condenser. Many times you hear in home that is condenser of the fan is not working properly, so you have to replace it. That is only the capacitor. It is cylindrical in shape, right? So what do you mean by capacitor? It is just a device, electrical device, right? And it stores large number of charges. Capacitor is an arrangement, or it is a device, or it is a conductor which stores large number of charges. That is, it stores electrical energy. It stores electrical charges, it means it will store electrical energy. Right? That is, we talk about the definition. It is conductor which stores right? It stores electrical energy in the form of electrical charge, right? So now what it means to capacity. There are a lot of you in home, that is your fan. When you will see, there is a capacitor, that is a motor used to supply water in your tank, that is also having a capacitor. There, the work of capacitor is to start these devices. Initially, without taking help of capacitor, these devices cannot start on its own. So these devices need capacitor. That is, here, that is single phase is converted into, that is two phase. That is a single phase, fan is a single phase. This all we will study, that is about the phase in chapter 6 or 7. Right? But now only you need to know that is a fan, or that is your induction motor, that is the motor used in your home. Capacitor is installed in it, or you can say that is a cooler. There also capacitor is installed. That is, during starting, it split phase, that is single phase is converted into double phase, so that it helps to start the motor. Once the motor is started, its work is finished. It's only necessary during the starting of the motor, right? That is, it is used in fan, cooler, motor, for starting. For starting purpose. And when we will learn about the power factor, then generally we see capacitor is used to improve the power factor. What is power factor? This whole thing we will learn in chapter 7, that is under the AC. That is capacitor, that is in grid substation. Big capacitors are installed. They are to improve the power factor. Means they supply magnetic power, that is reactive power. The power which is consumed is known as active power, and the magnetic power, they are generally known as reactive power. So capacitor can also supply reactive power, volt ampere reactive. That is, it is used to improve the power factor. That is, we can also say Not just remember power factor. What is power factor? We will study in details in this chapter, right? That is, it is a conductor which can store electrical energy in the form of electrical charges used in fan, cooler or motor. It is used for static purpose. In electrical system, it is used to improve power factor, right? That is, it can supply magnetic power, magnetic energy, right? Inductor consumes electrical magnetic energy, right? And capacitor can provide magnetic energy. That is called reactive power, right? So this is the capacitor. Now, capacitance. Capacitor is a device that is a conductor, but capacitor is a property, it is a physical quantity, right? How much capacitor? We say capacitor is, that is, it can store charges. The capacity or the amount of charge that it can store is measured by a quantity known as capacitance. It is what? Physical quantity, it is a measurable quantity. That is the right? That is capacity of a capacitor to store electric charge is known as capacity, which it is a measurable quantity. So it is a physical quantity, right? If you go by the formula says it is denoted by C, capacitor, not capacitor, it is capacitors. Denoted by C, that is equal to Q by V. This is the formula. That is, capacitance is equal to charge divided by potential. And unit of charge unit is what? That is coulomb. And voltage unit is volt, and this is known as, this is called farad. That is, unit of capacitance is farad, right? It is denoted by capital F. So just capacitor is a device, electrical device. It is a capacitor property, or it is a physical quantity. It is a measurable quantity. That is Q by V, right? But see, we have written this formula C equal to Q by V. But generally, capacitance do not depend on Q and V. It does not depend on Q and V. It depends on the dimension of the conductor, and also what medium is used to make that conductor. Means you will see that when capacitor is made, then we require plates, right? Then we can, between the plates, air can be medium, vacuum can be medium, or any other dielectric, mica can be medium, right? Any electrolyte can be medium. That is, capacitance will depend on what medium we are using, that is property of the medium. Also, that is size of the conductor, that is distance between the conductor, its area of the conductor. But it is not dependent on Q by V. Why? Because it is a fixed value. Because see, we know V equal to KQ by R. Potential due to a charge, the potential difference, that is equal to KQ, and if we talk about the potential difference, yes, it is KQ by R, right? Let's see, here Q increases, then V also increases. Means if I increase Q by 2, then V also increases by 2. 2 by 2 equal to 1. That is, capacitance is not dependent on Q and V. It is dependent on what? That is, it depends on dimension of conductor. This length with height of the conductor and property of it depends on the dimension and also the property of the medium, right? It is not dependent on, that is here, Q and V. It is a conductor, so it can have any shape. So first is, let us say, this is spherical. Second is if the shape of the capacitor is sphere, in the form of sphere, then it is spherical capacitor. If it is in the form of two parallel plates, then it is parallel plate capacitor. And if it is cylindrical in shape, then it is known as the cylindrical capacitor. Right? These are the shape of the capacitor. On the shape of the capacitor, we have given name, and there are three types. So first we will see spherical capacitor. We have discussion on spherical capacitor. What is the value of capacitance of the spherical capacitor? Let us say this is spherical capacitor. Let us say this is spherical capacitor having charge on it, that is Q, and radius of the capacitor is R. Right? Charge is how much? Capital Q, and radius is R. So we know we require to find out the value of capacitance. You will see that it is not dependent on Q and V. It only depends on medium and also dimension. So your dimension is what? That is sphere is of radius R. So we also know for potential of a sphere on the surface. If we tell about if we are told to find out the V at the surface, we have found out for a sphere V is equal to KQ by R. Just substitute the value. That is where the capacity is equal to R. What we have done is just put the value of potential. You know, potential on the surface of the sphere is equal to KQ by R, where R is the radius. Also, we know 4 pi epsilon, that is putting the value is equal to here capacitance is not dependent on Q, it is not dependent on V. What is dependent on 4 pi epsilon, it is nature of the medium, R is the dimension. So we have said capacitance depends on what? That is nature of the medium. Here we have taken this vacuum. If there is some dielectric or strength something, then we have to replace that is permeability of that medium, and that is radius. That is, if we go on increasing the radius, the capacitance value will go on increasing, right? Similarly, if the permittivity goes on increasing, then also capacitance will go on increasing, right? So this is the equation or formula for value of capacitance of a spherical capacitor, right? 4 pi epsilon R.